Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Brian's Racing Realm and the RUST-OLEUM Camaro series. I am Brian. Thank you for joining me. Sorry for the prolonged absence. Medical emergencies will do that. I believe we're about 2 months behind schedule, but so much for scheduling, right? As these races get done, they'll be posted, but I have to not stress about things, so this is one thing that I cannot stress about. Sorry if that sabotages your interest. Hopefully you can find something else. But if you're going to stick around with me, I appreciate it. Now that we're done talking about me, let's talk about the racing. How about it? Texas Motor Speedway. Daniel Bardens won the Firebirds. And he starts 10th. Jacob Aronson somehow has the pole. Fastest in practice was the 3 of Chris Harvey. Fastest in happy hour was the 11 of Minnie Nelson. Minnie Nelson is starting 23rd. Now, sorry, I didn't have my tabs completely organized. Current points leader is Lynn White by 6 over Drew Keane. Dorothy McLean, Charles Marshall, Catherine Harris, all in close pursuit. Thomas Hammond, Nicholas Eckert, John Walker, and Tyler Gardens in distant pursuit. 2 months and I'm still flubbing lines. Great. Oh well. Everyone from 10th back is more than a race out. Now we did have incidents here in the Firebird race. I believe we're close on fuel and we're close on obviously tires won't matter. It's just fuel. I believe that we are good to go though, barring any serious accidents. Fortunately with Camaros, they usually seem to have the more serious accidents. So let's see how things go. So we have Aronson here in first, John Walker in second, Chris Harvey in third, Drew Keane in fourth, fifth is James Wolfe, sixth is the points leader Lynn White, seventh is Jim Carranza, eighth is Dorothy McLean, ninth is Skylar Taylor, and 10th is Daniel Bardens. I believe one of our winningest drivers, if not the winningest now.
Drivers, start your engines!
Now for the ever important test. Oh no. So what did I say before I jinxed it? Walker in distant chase? Yeah, very distant now. Apparently Walker's not sure what to do. This will promote that outside line. Perhaps it's something not serious. We shall see. For while Walker makes it to the pits, now Aronson and Keene are on the front row. Green flag, we are live. 75 miles and a bit here at Texas Motor Speedway for the first time with points on the line in the Camaros. Outside line already showing to be a bit of a mistake. Harvey indecisive on where he's going to go. Jacob Aronson will lead the first lap, and they have put a gap on the field already. That Cyan number 3, though, is not going to leave him alone. Keene is up to speed and looking to get back in the hunt. Aronson bobbles a little bit, and Keene is now right there. Aronson slides up and is going to lose the lead to Chris Harvey on the backstretch. And a lot more, it looks like. At least not, well, maybe not for right now, but doesn't seem like the 6 is much of a lead car. A lot of people looking to the outside, coming out of that dog leg for some reason. Hopefully that doesn't lead to a massive wreck. 2 red cars working each other for third. I believe Wolf will take that one. Keene is looking for the lead. There's the back off for a second. Harvey has a lead free and clear. Look at this. James Wolf actually putting some effort in. We have a caution, we have a wreck. At least 3 cars involved. Everybody's racing back. Tony Bentley does not need this. Although they are better in this series than they are in the other one. Daniel Bardens are the winner for the weekend and second place in last season's championship. And the 21 of Stadler is in a bad way. So Harvey's in the lead, Wolf in second, Keene in third, Carranza in fourth, Aronson in fifth, Taylor sixth, Lynn White seventh, Tracy Howell 8th, Catherine Harris 9th, and Minnie Nelson surprisingly up to 10th from last row on the field. 13 spots, that's impressive. The 23 is down pit road, the 21 is down pit road. I'm not sure if the 21 will continue. Nope, they're calling that one done. '23 will try and continue. While we have time, though, let's take a look at what happened. Riding with... Oh! That was Lynn White that got into Tony Bentley. This looks like it may have started a while back. So Lynn White, currently 9th at this point. Oh my. So Tony Bentley checked up massively, and the 9 did not get, and the 9 simply didn't see it until it was too late. And look at that, even wow. So now we know why Bentley has had the panel removed. And we are down 2 cars so far. Now, the 19 did not recover. However, the 19 did start the race. Did not complete a single lap, but is marked as an official entrant because they did, in fact, pull off pit road under their own power. So they'll get last place points. They'll get last place money, but that's about it. Not great for a championship run. Harvey's mired in the mid pack in the championship, though. We are less than a lap back to green. We will go back on lap 10, giving us 42 laps of racing to go. And of course, caution laps extend the fuel range of these cars by a fair bit. At least 2 laps under caution equals 1 lap under green. Could be more than that. See the long line reaching through the turn. Spec's car pulls off. Harvey leads him back to green. The 9 is the one to watch out for, obviously an aggressor. But the 11 is also one to watch. Seems like a lot of aggressive moves going on here. Skylar Taylor up to 5th, I believe. And looking for more. Could the 2 non-house drivers win? Be 1 and 2 in this race? Well, they have to beat the house as always. Harvey's not settled as well as he was. James Wolfe will in fact take the lead on lap 12. Lap 11, excuse me. Drew Keane now sliding underneath the 3. And this happens a fair bit. Sometimes cautions cause cars to change complexion. It puts a heat cycle on tires, and that could be enough to throw them out of whack. There does not appear to be any damage on that 9 car from its impact. Drew Keane has taken the lead from James Wolfe, who has plummeted backwards. And then Keane has to jump on the brakes when they get loose. Harvey's going to slide around him. At the line. Harvey has the lead. We'll review footage and show if there was another lead change officially. Although you've probably already been notified by the text at the bottom of the screen. And look who's coming to reclaim property. Former champion Jim Carranza. This race is definitely more scattershot than what the Firebird race was. Granted, no one could get around Daniel Bardens in Firebirds. There's been plenty of passing here in the Camaros. Look at the spacing right now. Give it time, that will probably change. 15 laps down. 35.5 laps to go. Lap 16 is concluded. Let's do a quick rundown. Chris Harvey is your leader. James Wolfe in second. Jim Carranza in third. Drew Keane fourth. Tracy Howland fifth. Lynn White in sixth. Minnie Nelson up to 7th from 23rd on the field. Jacob Aronson from the pole back to 8th. Maybe 9th, waiting for confirmation. Harvey first, Wolfe second, Carranza third. Keane 4th, Tracy Howell 5th, Lynn White 6th, Minnie Nelson 7th. Okay, I was right. For some reason the computer wasn't keeping up with itself. 9th is Skylar Taylor, has fallen back from the 6th they had earlier. 10th is Charles Marshall as of lap 18. Which means that now Charles Marshall is 9th and Taylor is falling back. Nicholas Eckert takes 10th away from Taylor, with John Lane looking to take 11th. And a damaged Daniel Bardens close behind. Taylor is now falling back on that outside line. Officially 13th now, behind the damaged Ford Bardens, who is trucking along. Carranza has passed Wolfe and Keane. Now Howell, Nelson, and White are looking to do the same. Nelson has gotten past White, which means that they are the biggest gainer on the day. 23rd to 6th. Howell underneath Keane. Harvey with a massive lead. How massive? Have a backstretch. Can they maintain though? Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Grant's going to have to push to get to him. But Harvey has clean air and has been setting good laps. Carranza's last was a 31.4 versus a 30.9 from the 3. Not fast enough. Tracy Howell's looking to get involved though. As is Minnie Nelson is fast. This 11 car, again, started 23rd. One more place and they will have earned 20 spots on the day. 19. 17 is falling back. Most of those who qualified well have not proven to race very well today. Minnie Nelson was the fastest in practice. In happy hour, excuse me. Chris Harvey was the fastest in practice. Drew Keane looking to get some speed back. Lynn White, maybe there's some more damage there that we don't see. Maybe the toe's a little bit out. Myron in 6th right now. Still making some headway. Charles Marshall now up to 8th. Last we saw him, he was in 10th. Jacob Aronson currently 9th. John Lane, the Camaro only driver for the house, currently 10th. And needed a good race. Not going to get it this time. Is that a caution? That's not. We stay green. What in the world? Oh, Lane and Hernandez are going to have some words after this race. I think we'll show that on replay after the race as well. Unless we have another wreck. Which is possible. Currently dead last in the field, Thomas Hammond. Which means he's getting outpulled by a damaged Tony Bentley. Yeah, that too is in bad shape now. Almost as bad as actually maybe even worse. The 2 and the 13 will likely finish at the back of the field now. The 2 does not need that, as he's still fighting for his own career. Works out for a number of other people though. And look at this. Speaking and it shall happen. Harvey and Nelson, your practice leader and your happy hour leader. And Minnie Nelson has taken the lead. We'll have to take look at stats and information, but I do not believe that Minnie Nelson has ever won a race. Harvey's not going to give that spot up, though. We got 2 strong cars fighting for the lead today, and Keane is there to throw a wrench in the works. Keane wants a championship win. And remember, this is race 5 of 10. If you're in the top 5 right now in championship points, you're in a good spot come the end of the season. Harvey retains. I'm not sure if there was an actual lead change there or not. Maybe for 1 lap. Nelson looking on the outside of the 3. Not going to have enough room there. Harvey closes the door. Looks like they may just cruise for a few laps. We'll be at 20 to go this time by. Harvey closes it, slams the door. Not just closes it, slams it on Nelson. I don't think Nelson's going to be too happy about that. And Harvey needs to watch it. That's what's caused 2 wrecks so far today. That 3 may be finally falling off. And maybe the 11's falling off as well. But they all need to watch out because here comes championship leader Lynn White and professional spoil sport Tracy Howell. Carranza currently 6th. Wolf stabilizes 7th. Marshall still 8th. Aronson has managed to hold on to 9th. Skylar Taylor with the top 10 needs it for this series, not doing as well as Firebirds. Gerard Wilkinson currently 11th. Davis Pittman 12th. Daniel Bardens, despite the damage, is currently 13th and looking for more. Will take 12th on that lap. 14th, Nicholas Eckert fighting with all 3 of these guys. Tyler Gardens in 15th. Cedric Black 16th. Started dead last. Dorothy McLean just had to step on the brakes. 17th. 18th. As 17th Harris just flies by. Hernandez damaged from that earlier incident, but not terribly so. Back up to 18th. Hammond currently in 19th. Tony Bentley 20th. John Lane, I should be in 21st. Did I miss somebody again? No, Lane's 22nd. Apparently I skipped over somebody with the numbering. I can count. I know how to count to see. We got a 4-way battle for 4th now. As White has fallen off a little bit. Carranza, Howell, and Wolf all still strong enough to keep pace. Our lap times are down into the low 31s to mid 32s, even low 32s. White and Howell must have had to jump on the brakes. Harvey is running. He is trying to keep the distance and trying to make sure that there isn't enough draft for Nelson to take advantage of, but I don't know that it's working. Lap time for the 3. 31.2. 31.4 for the 11. And a 31.5 for Keene. The 3 could do it, but he has to keep this pace up. 4th place is now the 16 with the 7 chomping at the bit. Does not leave enough room for Howell to get underneath. Lynn White just had to jump on the brakes. Fault just plummets back to 7th. And may lose another spot before the race is over. Currently on lap 39. Howell takes 4th. Harvey is still rocking the lead. In fact, they're going so fast. Or rather, Lane is so damaged that he's running almost 33 seconds. And the leaders might actually catch the 2 before this race is over with. The 23's in not much better shape. Of course, Hammond is untouched. Just has no speed here today. Hernandez got loose and had to jump on the brakes. Harris is looking for spots. Was in the top 10 earlier, but it's just not worked, as it hasn't for McLean either. Tyler Gardens is. And then Eckert. And a surging Cedric Black up to 14th now. Wilkinson in 13th. Running with Daniel Bardens, who just had to check up or get wrecked. Bardens seems to have more speed than Wilkinson does. Overall, anyway. That or more stability. It's hard to tell. They keep playing brake tag. Skylar Taylor, currently 11th. Davis Pittman in the pink 22. 10th place. Jacob Aronson still in 9th, but Pittman may have something to say about that. And both of them may have something to say about Marshall in 8th. Wolf in 7th. Lynn White holding steady in 6th, running a little high. Wolf will pass him for 6th. Carranza currently 5th. Tracy Howell 4th. Big jump on the brakes there. And then there's a big jump almost to 5th of the track to Keene. Nelson still 2nd. And Harvey way up track. The wall, I guess, is his friend right now with 7 laps to go. Harvey leads. And there you see the gap to Harvey and back from Harvey. And then from Keene almost all the way around the turn. Will they catch Lane? Will that screw up Harvey? Is he going slow enough to where that's no longer an issue? Aronson has been passed. Davis Pittman now, I believe, in 9th. Aronson 10th. And can Daniel Bardens be damaged and make the top 10? He very well could, but he's running out of time. And not if he keeps doing that. I can't tell if the tires have just completely left everybody, except for these lead guys, or if the cars are just that loose now. Lane's damaged, but that's still 6 more points that he'll get than he might not have gotten beforehand. But don't look now, Nelson is caught up. A 32.2 from Harvey closes the gap after a 31.08 from Minnie Nelson. Keene is just waiting for something to happen. Nelson's looking. Harvey's not sure what. I don't know that Harvey's sure what to do with Lane in front of him. I think he was originally planning on just coasting with him, but that's not going to be the case now. He's got to get past. Or he has to set up Nelson for a repass. This is not where he needs to catch him either. Harvey is the cream in the Oreo. And may have lost this race or lucked out. I'm not sure which one. Nelson is passed for the lead with 2 laps to go. Harvey cannot get past Lane. Now he does. But now he's only got a lap to catch and pass Minnie Nelson. But I don't think it's going to happen. That lap was still slower. I think Nelson was able to save their tires and bide their time long enough for this to work out. I don't think this was what they had in mind, but who cares if that's what they had in mind? Minnie Nelson goes into turn 3, through turn 4, comes out, and Minnie Nelson will win at Texas from 23rd on the grid to the lead. What a race, and what a boost to their championship. Nelson is currently 23rd in the standings, only ahead of Skylar Taylor, our newcomer. Nelson first, Harvey heartbreaking second, Drew Keenan third, Tracy Howell fourth, Lynn White finishes fifth, Carranza sixth, Wolf seventh, Marshall holds on to 8th. Davis Pittman finishes 9th. Daniel Bardens holds on to 10th. As they all come down the pit road, we will take a quick breather. And give a rundown on how this race went. Show the accidents and the lead changes, or at least review the one. Wow. Camaro stole the show here at Texas. Seems like one or the other. And this time Camaro's actually pulled it out. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a few clips, official standings, and the championship results. So as it turns out, as everybody was going by, John Walker had a broken camshaft, or at least a camshaft failure of some capacity. Obviously did not finish. Started the race, did not finish at all. Come back to lap 5, and the Lynn White Tony Bentley accident, and Wayne Stadler was just SOL. He had nowhere to go. He's lucky he didn't get hit by anyone else. But he got pinched. Bardens had damage, but clearly Stadler came out the worst of everybody in that accident. Would in fact retire due to crash damage. Made it around, was trying to see if he could survive, but eventually, no, just brought it in and parked it. Was not thrilled. Understandably frustrated. And now we get to the caution that was not called. I'm not sure what happened there, but Hernandez did not have the right of way. Lane was there, clearly, and Hernandez just drove straight into him. Although, from that angle, it does look like both are at fault. Either way, Lane was damaged. Clearly Hernandez was damaged. Neither would have that great of a day afterwards. Obviously, Lane getting lapped at the very end of the race. He's able to maintain a little bit of speed here. However, by the end, it was all over. He had lost all momentum, and the car was slowly getting worse as the race continued. Alright, so lead changes now. Here we are on lap 3. Aronson slides up track. Harvey pushes through. He looks to the inside but does not move. Harvey will finish the lap to take the lead officially. On lap 11, coming out of turn 2, James Wolfe has the momentum. Harvey stifles the momentum, but then can't handle it himself. Slides up track, and Wolfe drives to the inside, taking the lead at the line, and taking the lead and leading officially lap 11. However, taking the lead has cost momentum, and Drew Keane has a lot of it. Keane is now able to get underneath Wolfe without much effort. And Keane will take the lead on lap 12. But note that Harvey is right there pushing Keane along. All three of them are there together. And without anywhere to go on the outside, Harvey looks to the inside and just says, I think I'll keep going to the inside. Keane has the lead, but then they lose their momentum. Harvey keeps their foot in it, and at the line, Harvey retakes the lead for lap 13. And at this point, Harvey's like, alright, this is ridiculous, I'm out of here. Wolfe tries to keep up and retake the lead. But cannot handle it this lap. And in fact, that's the closest that anyone would get until lap 29, when Minnie Nelson closes the gap and looks to the inside. Takes the lead on the backstretch, and I believe this is one that we may have missed as well. Nelson takes the lead on 29. However, Harvey goes around and retakes it almost immediately. Harvey had a strong car, but he caught lap traffic at the wrong time. And by the end of the race, he just didn't have enough left. And herein lies the problem. Nelson did get close again, but was able to use Lane as a pick, forced Harvey high, took the low road, got around Lane, and Harvey did not. And that was officially lap 49 that Nelson took the lead. Harvey did not get back to get around the 2 until a full lap later. Or, excuse me, a half a lap later. And by then, it's the last lap. Nelson is the faster car. And that was basically your move of the race. And the move for the win. What was Nelson's last lap time? Let's take a look. This final lap Nelson ran to collect the checkered flag was a 30.99 versus a 31.95. There was no way Harvey was going to catch him in the short term. Heartbreak for Harvey, elation for Nelson. But hey ho, both of them are able to make some ground to the points. Well, I say that. Okay, so officials are going to issue warnings to the drivers involved. However, all the wrecks today are seen as racing incidents, therefore no penalties. With that, it's time to go over the official race results. Your winner, Minnie Nelson. Chris Harvey officially second, Drew Keane third, Tracy Howell fourth, Lynn White up to fifth, Jim Carranza sixth, James Wolfe seventh, Charles Marshall eighth, Davis Pittman ninth, a damaged Daniel Bardens 10th, ahead of the pole sitter Jacob Aronson. You can just tell, can't you? Gerard Wilkinson in 12th. In the back half is Catherine Harris in 13th. Decent recovery drive. Tyler Gardens in 14th. Nicholas Eckert, who fell back out of the top 10 area. Cedric Black, who never really got going, in 16th. Isaac Hernandez damaged in 17th. Skylar Taylor was having a decent race and then plummeted. Finished 18th. Dorothy McLean, another one of those grayscale cars. None of them did well at all today. McLean 19th. Thomas Hammond had nothing wrong with his car that we know of. They're doing a quick run over it. But for some reason he could not get going and was 20th. Tony Bentley obviously damaged quite badly. 21st. Not as bad as John Lane, who finished 22nd, a lap down and was over a full second off the pace. Wayne Stadler simply did not finish. Retired due to damage. John Walker barely started. Points-wise, we have a tie for the championship. There are no bonus points awarded yet. We'll work on that eventually, maybe. But on straight-up points, Lynn White and Drew Keane are tied at 425. However, the tiebreaker goes to Lynn White because he has a win. Apparently the heavens are not happy with that. Lynn White also has one win, 2 podiums, 4 top 5s. Keane has no wins, but 3 podiums and 4 top 5s. White's worst finish is 17th, and coincidentally, so is Keane's. So these two will be battling it out in the back half to take that championship. Keane could do it and be a true rookie in this series and do it. But they're still not alone. Charles Marshall is currently 3rd. Catherine Harris and Dorothy McLean 4th and 5th. Harvey, 2nd place today, moves up in the standings by a lot. But he's 1 race out of contention right now. 75 points, 69 is that 1 race earning. So he has some work to do, as does James Wolfe and Jim Carranza, Davis Pittman, Tracy Howell, Nicholas Eckert, who has a win, Tyler Gardens, who does not. Then you get into the back half. Gerard Wilkinson, technically still only 1 race out, about 1.5. Thomas Hammond And there's a three-way tie between Isaac Hernandez, Jacob Aronson, and Daniel Bardens for 15th. I believe Bardens wins that because I believe Bardens has a win. Yes, he does. It's just not been a good year in Camaros. John Walker falls to 18th. Minnie Nelson improves to 19th. That tells you how dire their situation was to start the race. Tony Bentley in 20th. Wayne Stadler now 21st. John Lane 22nd. Cedric Black still 23rd. But when there was a gap there before, there is no gap now. Skylar Taylor has 92 points on the season. However, they have only run 2 events and have not finished well in either. They are also a player and therefore not bound by the house rules. Or rather, the house elimination rule. So right now, you're looking at Wayne Stadler, John Lane, Cedric Black, all possibly losing their seat in this series. But that does it for me today. We are midway through the season. It may be a little bit before Race 6 comes out. May have to do a little revising and recollecting of data. But it will come out. We will finish Season 3 sooner rather than later. In the meantime, though, my name is Brian. Thank you for joining me in my realm. I hope you enjoyed today's race. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.